Hello viewers, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we want to consider solving simultaneous equation by elimination method, but I'm going to consider this special case. Most of the time if you see this kind of problem, it might threaten you when you look at it, seeing it for the first time. If you are not familiar with this kind of problem, you might be threatened, but it's very simple. I'm going to show you what to do when you see this kind of problem. So let's solve this problem. So if you look at the two equations, in equation 1 we have 1 over x, also we have 1 over x in equation 2. We have 1 over y in equation 1, and we have 1 over y also in equation 2. So the first thing I will go to do is to rearrange it, because their position in each one of the equations are not the same. The 1 over s in equation 1 comes first, while 1 over y comes first in equation 2. So I'm going to arrange it, let them follow in the same order. So now I'm going to rewrite equation 2. So but meanwhile, let me write equation 1 down. 1 over x plus 1 over y equal to 5. This still remains equation 1. So equation 2, I'm going to rewrite it. I'm going to bring minus 1 over x to the front. It will come first. Then plus y will follow. Plus 1 over y will follow, which is equal to 1. I'm still calling it equation 2 because there is nothing that has changed. It's only rearrangement that's have changed there. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to replace 1 over x with a different number which is not in fractional form, and I will now replace 1 over y with a different letter which is not in fractional form. So I will use a. I want to use a to represent 1 over x, and b to represent what? 1 over y. So having this now, it means equation 1 and 2 will change, because we will need to substitute a for 1 over x in equation 1 and 2, and we now substitute b for 1 over y in equation 1 and 2. So equation 1 becomes 1 over x is a. It now become a plus 1 over y is b plus b, then equal to 5. Then this is a different equation now, 3, because it's now having different letters. So we do the same thing for equation 2. Minus 1 over s means minus a, then plus 1 over y means plus b equal to 1. This will be equation 4. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to add equation 1 and equation 3 and equation 4 to eliminate a and get b. I'm doing that because the coefficient of a is minus in equation 4, and it is plus in equation 3. So when the signs are different, you are adding. But suppose it's b, I want to eliminate, the signs are the same. In that case I will subtract, but I want to eliminate a and find b first. So I will now say equation 3, I'm going to add, because their signs are different, plus what? Equation 4. You can eliminate any one you like. So I'm adding equation 3 and equation 4. So I'm having a plus b equal to 5. Since I'm adding, the order of arrangement does not matter. But if I'm subtracting, I would like to bring the one I want that is bigger up and bring the one that is smaller down. So, but I'm adding, so minus, I'm adding plus minus a plus b equal to 1. So let me add now. So this a plus minus a plus minus a, plus times minus is minus. That means a minus a eliminated, is gone. I will now have plus b plus b, plus times plus is plus. That means plus b plus b. B plus b is 2b. So I will now have 5 plus 1, that is 6. So the next thing is to divide both sides by 2 to get my b. So when I divide, b, 6 divided by 2 is 3. So I've gotten my b to be 3. So the next thing is for me to get a. How do I get a? I will come and substitute b is equal to 3 in any of the equation 3 and what? 4 that have a and b. So I will now say substitute a and b equal to what? 3 in equation 3. Let's use equation 3. So we are equation 3 is a plus b equal to 5. So b is 3. It's now going to be a plus 3 equal to 5. So meaning a is now equal to 5. If this one crosses to the other side, it become minus 3. So we now have a equal to 5 minus 3. That is 2. Now we have gotten a to be 2, b to be 3. But our original question is not a function of what? A and b. They are function of what? S and what? Y. In that case, we need to go back to where we say a is equal to x, 1 over x, and b is equal to 1 over y for us to find s and y. So the first one says a is equal to what? 1 over x. So but we are having a to be 2. That is going to be 2 is equal to what? 1 over x. So when we cross multiply, we have 2x equal to 1. So dividing both sides by 2. So meaning s will now be what? 1 over 2. If you divide by 2, so this will cancel, so s will be 1 over 2. Do the same thing for b. We know that b is equal to 1 over y. So what is our b? Our b is equal to 3. So 3 is equal to 1 over y. So 3 is equal to 1 over y. So we cross multiply. We have 3y equal to 1. So we now divide by 3, both sides by 3 to get y. So y will now be equal to 1 over 3. So that is our answer. I believe we have learned something different from the normal question we normally see in simultaneous equation. So when we see something of this nature, that is what we do. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for my channel. Please help us to share and also like. Thank you.